Was the issue of politics and the media and the kind of modern parallels, was that the thing that attracted you to the film?
Well, I had loved this piece of literature since I was like 13 or 14. It had always been a favorite of mine, and so when the script came along, I just felt like, oh, this is meant to be. I really want to be a part of this. And then when I read it, I really fell in love with the character and the idea of playing somebody who has really never known a day of unhappiness in her life, really. She comes from a place of true contentedness. And she just loves love and joy and is just looking to be happy. And to play a character who you get to see experience pain for the first time in the film, or in a film, I thought it was it was something really different for me and something really interesting to play, and that's really why I wanted to do the film.
Right. So in terms of the parallels with that was almost a kind of added bonus. I mean, to me, that's what I find so fascinating about the story, is that if you placed it in modern society, you wouldn't need to change any of the plot details. I mean, most things in terms of foreign policy and modern media are almost identical. I mean, it's a fascinating.
Well, most of the great stories you can take out of their periods and put in any era, and they'll still make sense and ring true.
Very true. And it's your first time back in the bodice since Sleepy Hollow. Is it an uncomfortable thing to wear? And like in between takes, are you kind of desperate to get it off? Or?
Corsets aren't terribly comfortable, and you do want to take them off after a couple of hours. Yeah, certainly.
So a long take, and I imagine filming certainly the second half of the film where you're in a kind of fragile emotional state. It must be difficult wearing this ridiculously uncomfortable thing and having to kind of, I guess, bring a lot of misery to yourself in order to convey that.
No, I don't think. I think it doesn't really matter what kind of emotional state you're in. It's always uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah. No matter what, it's uncomfortable. Yeah. No. And of course, all the Movie Kingdom viewers will want to know what it was like working with the international heartthrob Philip Glenister. Philip Glenister, obviously big hero here in the UK. Probably even more so. He probably has more female fans than Robert Pattinson. What was it like working with the two of them?
They were both great. Yeah. They were great. They were fantastic to work with. Yeah.
And obviously the film, it doesn't shy away from sexual content. Was that something that worried you at all when you were looking at the script?
Not really. I mean, I knew what I was getting into. I think that I look at things like this and I think about whether it makes sense for the story, and this is obviously something that it's a huge part of this story, and it was just part of the story.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And you started your career doing a lot of comedies, and obviously recently, doing Pan Am and so forth. And a personal highlight for us was, I think it was in 1999 when you hosted Saturday Night Live. Yeah. Would you like to do more comedy film? And if so, what would be the kind of people you'd like to work with? Like, would you work with Judd Apatow?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would like to do comedy. I love doing drama. Right. Yeah, I like it a lot. Right. I like to cry and scream and get really mad.
That's good.
I like to throw things. Right. But I like comedy too. I think that comedy's really intimidating. Right. I think.
So in some ways, do you find comedy harder than the emotional side of doing a drama? Or?
Well, I think it's intimidating, and I think it takes a lot of I don't know. To presume that you're funny is it takes a lot of self-confidence.
Right. Well, whenever you've done it, it's been amazing.
But, oh, that's nice to hear.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You. And do you have a favourite comedy film or favourite comedy moment in movie history?
I love The Jerk. Yeah. I think that's one of my favourite movies.
It's great. Steve Martin's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah. The Jerk and like anything with Richard Pryor. I love Richard Pryor. Yeah.
You're a fan of Stir Crazy, by any chance?
Yeah.
There's no better film. I think a Stir Crazy remake with you as the female lead.
Yeah, right.
That would be a choice for Movie Kingdom. Cool. Thank you very, very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you. Lovely meeting you.